So each of them, there'll be a few groups, will get a link to a segment from the lecture. And I've created an example using the first segment, the introduction. And this is the link. So this thing loads. However,
hello, this is a...
I don't want the video from the carousel to load. I don't mind the related videos to be there. I just want the first sort of segment of the lecture, part 1, to be the one that plays, if that's possible. Anyway, that's not a major thing right now. So, because I can pause this one. So what happens is the lecture starts, the recording starts.
Today's lecture on aesthetics of participation in digital art is in a way an extension of the themes that were explored last week.
So as you can see, I'm introducing the lecture and the key themes, but I've also added, using the Ask a Question tool, different questions, and I provided answers or further research through the links that are appearing here. So for example, when I talk about creativity, I've added a PDF of interesting article on creativity, and so when the students click it, then it opens up. In this case, it will download automatically, but they can read that. Another example, when they get to the point of the lecture where I talk about art and when does art become interactive. If, let's say, they are somewhere here, okay, this bit is highlighted, and so if they click here, then there is a paper on interactive art, which is good. Now, I get to a point where I want them to see videos that relate to the main video. At the moment, well, for instance, this one is on Ivan Sutherland, and instead of actually linking to a video from here, because I still can't figure out how to do this properly, I just put watch Ivan Sutherland, and so they can click and watch his demo on the sketchpad that he created. But ideally, we would want this video to be part of this carousel. Then I've got another link here on who invented the computer mouse. I'm just going to stop this. For instance, if you go to 556, who invented the computer mouse, is a question, and if they click that, that will open in a new window. This is all very, very good, which means, okay, another question is on what is interactive art. That will load up in a moment. It's a nice, it's an interesting PDF on interactive art. Okay, here it is. So it means it's a sign that they can actually click it and read the paper. This is good. Then I discuss what is interactive art. I give them some examples. Then I talk about Myron Kruger. Again, I put a question, who is Myron Kruger, so they can open the app and read about this artist. And then I ask them what type of interactivity is observed in his work video plays. In fact, I do say that in the lecture, but it will be nice to hear and see the actual work again to appear in the carousel. Now, when would that work appear? Ideally, in the carousel, ideally it would be around the time when I talk about it, but again, it might be me that I'm not doing something right here. And I finish off with the importance of experimenting with art and technology right towards the end. This is highlighting here with an interesting article from state. And so I've used the simplest tool here, which is to ask a question. Or just put a note. It doesn't necessarily need to be a question. And I think this is one of the easy ways of getting the students to engage with the material. First of all, to explore the material further through the links that the tutor has provided, which I've done in this case, but also if they're given a named canvas, such as 10 minutes of lecture, they can create additional materials on top of that. So one way of doing that is through asking a question, so making a note. The other way would be to make a link, but I hope that you'll be able to help me with that if I'm not doing it right. So that's it. Thank you, and I think that's a better way of explaining what I'm doing. I shall continue to build up. I'll build up one more segment like that, probably the second part of the lecture, and then the other ones I will leave for the students to work on individually. Thank you.